Hello, my name is Maurice McPherson. I'm General Manager of the Guinness Packaging Plant. I'm also Chairman of the Safety Committee. At the Safety Committee, we recognised the need for this video. This was based upon the short time we have been bottling and canning on this site, and also the relative inexperience of our operators with the relatively large number of new employees we have taken on. This video has been designed to help all employees. What it does is utilise the knowledge and experience of the people we have on site. It is an effort by your workmates to use this experience to help everybody with their personal safety. We've titled the video Shortcut. I think this title will become self-evident as we progress.
This is Runcorn, your workplace. Like all busy industrial sites, it has many inherent dangers. One of the most serious being the roadway around the site. Very large vehicles are constantly moving heavy loads around the one-way system, so it is imperative that you keep your eyes and ears open at all times. Observe the speed limit if you're a driver, particularly if you're a private motorist, and as a pedestrian, only cross roads at the designated spots. You wouldn't wander all over a roadway outside, would you? Why do it here? Obey the speed limit, 15 miles an hour, and don't ignore the other warning signs dotted around the site, particularly those relating to forklift trucks. In the next scene, we see the result of a forklift truck travelling at speed and nearly taking some pedestrians with him. The forklift truck driver is not observing the speed of his vehicle, and the pedestrians seem unaware of possible danger, so they are equally to blame. In this operation, a daily occurrence, we see the driver loading a trailer. Notice how, even with an experienced, skillful driver, the truck's right front wheel slips off the ramp, which might have led to a serious accident. Another problem in this area is entry by forklift trucks into the trailers. We have actually had a trailer drive off with a forklift truck still aboard. So drivers, take care. Always be aware of the unexpected. This ramp opening and closing, for instance, could prove to be hazardous if workers in the area are not constantly aware. While still on forklift trucks, drivers, pedestrians, beware of shortcuts and the danger they bring. Here we see an example of good, careful, professional stacking. However, if care is not taken, sloppy, irregular stacking can occur, leading to all sorts of problems. Here's one, and what if you had been alongside? What has this cost the company? All around us, we see examples of haphazard driving. Cut it out and stop the shortcuts. Around the site are stored various oils, greases and gases. One should always wear protective clothing when handling these. Gloves especially, as cold burns sometimes occur. Hazardous substances should be kept in their allocated space, and acids should be clearly marked.
My name is Jeremy Brown, Production Manager of the Runcorn plant. We're now about to give you a demonstration of the safety equipment which is available to you and where you should be wearing it at the Runcorn plant.
Safety glasses and goggles should be worn whenever corrosive or caustic is handled. So should boots, aprons, long rubber gloves, sleeves tucked inside gauntlets. In fact, the complete set. For those working outside, there are toe protector shoes, waterproof suits and gloves available. And don't forget ear protectors for those noisy areas. The use of these devices is not optional. They are there for your protection and consequently must be worn. When manipulating caustic cleaning system, great care should be taken. On the manual cleaning equipment, gloves and goggles are worn, valves opened and closed in the correct sequence, and warning lights checked. On the automatic system, care should be exercised when reading the flowboards. Steam is another hazard around the site. It comes from open pipework when sterilising and from tankers during cleaning. And whilst talking of cleaning tankers, always ensure that the tanks are initially vented of pressure in the correct sequence before you attempt to mount the tank or open the ports. This is an area which has many potential dangers. Serious accidents can occur here by failing to follow the correct work procedures. Always keep a 360-degree awareness zone around you and make sure that you do not become an accident statistic. The conditioning and beer process is an area where hoses are used extensively. Always ensure that those not in use are not just abandoned, but put away in their designated areas. Through carelessness or lack of thought, walkways can become blocked with discarded equipment or packing materials. Always leave walkways clear and exercise good housekeeping throughout the plant. Do not take shortcuts by ducking under conveyors. A few moments thought here could have saved this man a possible lifetime of backache, misery, and even loss of earnings. For those working in workshops, vigilance is paramount. Always follow the safety code. Wear the correct protective devices. Exercise care when handling moving machinery. Do not remove guards. Be careful of sharp tools. Always obey the instructions. They are there for your protection. Take care of your eyes. Should you be unfortunate enough to get something in your eye, use the irrigation protection provided. Know your fire equipment inside out. Which extinguisher should be used on specific fires. You will be given a short session on fire appliances at the end of this video. And know your fire drill. You should also know the name of your fire monitor and the assembly point to which you should go in the event of a fire. And remember, smoking is only permitted in designated areas. You work in a highly flammable world. For those who have to enter vessels for maintenance or cleaning purposes, always follow the instructions. These vessels can kill and should not be treated casually. Before entry, use the safety devices provided. This detector will give you a reading of oxygen content when used in conjunction with the sensing head, and by electronic means convert its presence into a digital readout. Also, always use the glass CO2 Draeger detection tubes. This equipment is readily available to all authorised personnel and should only be used by these accredited people. On completion of the close down procedure, put on the stout belt. To the back of this is attached a clip with a steel wire running line. To this is attached a safety rope to ensure that in the event of a mishap, the second man of the team can pull the operative to safety. Immediately prior to entering, the team must be issued with the permit to work, an official document signed by the engineer in charge and countersigned by the operatives. The job can now be commenced, but remember, entry into any vessel should not be made until a second safety man is in attendance. On the filling lines, moving machinery is a constant hazard. Anything which turns, slides, runs, or pushes could be dangerous if not treated with respect and care. These pieces of moving plant are equipped with automatic cutouts, which isolate the machinery when a guard door is open. Occasionally, displaced bottles on a moving line can be trapped within the machinery, as seen here. And this operative tries to free the trapped bottle without following the correct procedure. In doing so, she sustained a badly cut hand. Fortunately, many people on the Runcorn site are trained and certificated first aiders, and luckily there was one close by to tend this wound. Don't assume that there will always be somebody close by to help if you injure yourself. Follow the correct procedure at all times. The correct method is to wear stout gloves and safety glasses. Then, after the removal of the crown cork from the bottle, protective cloth is laid over the bottle and should be broken in situ. The broken pieces can then be carefully removed, limiting the danger to the operative. Broken glass is a hazard which is always with us, and this operative has minimised the potentially serious accident by wearing his safety glasses. We have to live with exploding and broken bottles, but not with the hazards they leave behind. So by exercising good housekeeping, you can minimise risks to everyone by the prompt removal of any broken glass that you see around your work area. Good housekeeping matters, and another example is in the cleaning of your work area using water. It is used extensively at both low and high pressure. Remember that these high pressure lines spray at very high speeds, and extreme vigilance must be exercised when using this method of cleaning. My name is Phil Patino. I'm the senior steward on the site, and I'm also chairman of the local union branch. You've been hearing about health and safety, and it's your union's intention that your workplace should be both healthy and safe. During the production of this video, everybody has given us wonderful support and effort. And I thoroughly endorse Mr. McPherson's earlier view. The title of our plant is Guinness Packaging, but I like to think of it as the Guinness Packaging Plant, or GPP for short. GPP can also stand for something else. Good practice pays.